Hey, how's everybody doing today? Jesse Moon coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. My friends, I have a message that I'm going to bring to you today that's going to touch your hearts. It's going to open your mind. You're going to be receptive, my friends, of what life has in store for you. My friends, what I have been embarking upon in my journey thus far since exiting the military has captivated me. It has given me a rebirth, like a baptism. If you're religious, like a baptism, I've been reborn again. And my friends, I say this not only because there's new life that's been breathed into me, that there's a fire inside of me that no one can put out. I say it because now I can truly fulfill my purpose because of one industry, because of several leaders, and because I made a choice. Okay. Now go ahead and bear with me. Go ahead. I want you to go ahead. If you're just coming on, I want you to click like and I want you to click share because I want this message to be spread. I don't want you to be selfish and keep this message to yourself because I promise you, depending upon what you do with the value that you find in this video, it's going to be life changing, my friends. And I want everybody to hear this message. All right, your friends, your family, strangers, people you hate, your enemies. I want everybody to hear this message because you could impact somebody's life and change their life for the betterment just by clicking share. You may not be able to sit down with them in person, but if you click share and share this message out, they may see it. They may scroll their timeline and come across this message, my friends. So go ahead and click like for me and click share. And if you're on YouTube, watching on YouTube, go ahead and show me some love and click that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. My friends, I'm not going to be, this isn't a funny post. This isn't a funny video. This is straight value, my friends. I'm coming to you from my heart. All right. So I sat down and just did a little bit of reflection. All right. I did some reflection on my journey thus far since exiting the military. Many of you already know my story about growing up in life and entering the military and being there for 16 years. Yes, I had all the accolades. I was the #1 Army recruiter for 8 years, led the #1 Army recruiting center for 4 years. But my friends, we always evolve in life. All right. There's always going to be obstacles that come our way, and we have to be resilient and learn how to bounce back from those and navigate those obstacles. But my friends, I want you to go ahead and know one thing for sure, that the road is going to seem tough at times. The road is going to seem long at times. The road is going to seem like it's too much for you to handle. But I want to tell you the truth right here, right now. Get your pen and papers out. The truth is, it's going to be tough. It's going to be long. It's going to be a journey, my friends. It's not a sprint. So if anybody has ever told you this is easy, this industry is easy, doing this is easy, this job or this career is easy, they're lying to you. I'm telling you, success is going to throw you every obstacle that it possibly can. It's going to be tough. It's going to be long. It's going to be a journey. My friends, what we do now, the decisions we make now is going to affect our future self. Okay. So that's why it's very important that we make a conscious effort to think about the decisions and our actions, the words that leave our mouth. We want to make sure that our actions match the words that are coming out of our mouth so we can move in one cohesive unit. Okay. So no matter what you're going through right now, I want you to know, no matter what you've been through in your past, you can persevere and you can rise up and fulfill your potential. Everybody was put here for a purpose. My friends, you were born to win. You were born to succeed. And I need you right now to believe that. I need you to look in that camera. I need you to look in that mirror right next to you and say, I will persist until I succeed. I will persist until I succeed. And anytime you have an obstacle thrown your way, I want you to look in that mirror, bring your phone out, look in that camera and say, I will persist until I succeed. And you accept nothing less than that. My friends, as I began this journey of entrepreneurship, I wasn't sure which direction that I wanted to go, my friends. I first started, I knew my father told me, my mother and father told me when I was young, it said, son, It doesn't matter what you want to get paid in life. You're only going to get paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace and the value that you're going to bring to people. So as I knew that I had hit my time in the military, there was a wall there. I've already achieved all the accolades. I got all the awards. I got all the ribbons. I felt there was something else out there for me. I always knew my purpose was to impact the lives of others. I didn't know in what manner or what aspect I was supposed to impact their lives, but I knew I was supposed to impact their lives for the betterment of their future. That's the reason why I get up every single morning, my guys. I'm going to expound on that a little bit further, but I knew I had to bring value. And in 2016, I knew I was getting out of the military. In 2016, I was like, what am I going to do? I have 2 master's degrees. Okay. The Army, I was fortunate enough for the Army to pay for 2 master's degrees, and I still didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I would be successful. I had that confidence in myself that I could go out there and get any job that I wanted. But then I started looking at people, and I saw people making 100,000 plus and still living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't know. I was like, I don't want to be like that. And then as you continue doing reflection and research, you start realizing that they didn't teach us economic theory in school, my friends. So those people learned how to make money, but they didn't learn how to control their money. And then that was 100,000, 6-figure earners that were still living paycheck to paycheck. I'm talking high 6 figures, 300, 500, 700,000 plus, still living paycheck to paycheck beyond their means. And then I saw the people earning below 100,000, and they were living paycheck to paycheck. And the statistics show that 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, my friends. My friends, I used to live paycheck to paycheck. And that is nowhere or no place anyone should ever have to be. They were never taught how to manage their funds, their finances. They were never taught how to save for the future. We were taught by society to, you only live once, YOLO, right? It's all about now. Why save? You're not taking money with you, right? But you have to remember, it's not all about us. It's about a legacy. And a legacy is not a memory. A legacy is what you leave behind. I'm talking businesses. I'm talking wealth that you're leaving to your children and your children's children for generations. See, this is why I had to learn some skill sets before I even found the industry to get started with. So some of these skill sets I just started off with were search engine optimization. I always knew that if I want to be in business, for any brick and mortar business that opens up, I always knew what they needed: customers, right? Leads, right? So search engine optimization was the first skill that I wanted to learn, because I knew if I could learn how to rank any website or any video on the first page of Google and YouTube, I would be able to get free traffic. I wouldn't have to go and spend hundreds of dollars on oversaturated traffic that people not even interested, or leads, should I say. So if I could rank my videos and websites on the first page of Google and YouTube, that right there would be my organic traffic. I would be able to get my brand out there. People would know who I am. They hear Jesse Moon, they automatically know the value that I'm bringing to them. So search engine optimization, or you may have heard it as SEO, was the first skill set that I learned. The next skill set was email marketing. And the reason why I wanted to learn email marketing second is because I understand the value of kindling relationships, building trust, like, and credibility with people. I understand that if somebody is going to buy a product from you, they're not going to buy on the first time. Hey, John, my name's Jesse. I got this awesome makeup kit for sale. Do you want to buy it? They're not going to say yes. They have no clue who I am, because as soon as you try to sell something to somebody, they're automatically thinking in their head where they can get it cheaper. All right. And usually it's going to be Amazon or some website off in China. Okay. My friend, my friends, you have to build that trust, like, and credibility. And that's why I chose to learn email marketing second. That way I could build that long-term relationship, because I could care less about the short-term profits. I'm looking for relationships because I understand that living is connecting. Okay. Second thing is I had to learn how to build sales funnels. I understand that, there's process to sales. So I knew that I had to learn how to build the sales funnels, and all three of those will work cohesively together. And then I had to learn mindset elevation. I had to start reading numerous books, my friends, elevating my mindset to a different level so I could start seeing things from a different perspective. I needed to move from the employee mindset to the entrepreneur mindset. So I started reading. Ask my wife, I started like pouring hours, and hours upon hours. When I'm at the gym working out, I don't listen to music. I listen to motivational speakers. I listen um, to audiobooks. My friends, that's all I do is I try to elevate my mindset to the next level. And then I learned how to market on social media. See, when I first started marketing, I had a Facebook account. I had about 60 friends on my Facebook account. I am that dinosaur that everybody used to talk about, that baby boomer that isn't electronic savvy or whatnot. I had a flip phone when my wife first met me. I had one of the outdated phones. I guess not a BlackBerry, but it was a little older than a BlackBerry. I didn't have Instagram, didn't have Snapchat. I had LinkedIn for business connections, but I didn't know how to work anything. I had to learn all of these skills, my friends. Was I scared? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was not scared because I knew it's something I needed to learn, just like riding a bicycle. You have to learn how to ride a bicycle. You're going to fall a couple times. You're going to get bumps, bruises. You're going to get scrapes and cuts. But guess what? The more you do it, the better you get at it. And I knew if I failed in business, the more I failed, the better I would get. See, Jim Rohn says, for every failure comes a seed of equal success. And then you start hearing these stories about Formula 409. Many of you know the cleaning solution. It's called Formula 409 because the guy who created it, he failed 408 times. And it wasn't until the 409th time that he succeeded. Formula 409. Did you know that the WD-40, the greaser to stop doors from squeaking, it was actually made that we're trying to find a solution to stop things from being greasy and oily. It's the same solution. It did the opposite of what they wanted, but it still worked. Did you know Viagra was actually supposed to be a heart medication? It just made a different muscle work. Okay. And there's a story I love. Many of you may have heard it. Many of you may have not, but there was this young kid who was in the second grade and he was dyslexic. And the teacher called it. He couldn't read. He was slowing the class up, and the teacher called and, called his parents and said, you got to come get your kid out of class. He's slowing the class up. He's hindering their growth. So you got to come get your kid out of the class. So his parents came, got him, took him home. He was like, what are we going to do? Are we going to homeschool him? Like, what are we going to do? Well, this kid, he didn't know what he liked to do. He didn't have any passion or purpose at this point in life. He was only in the second grade, but he was fooling around in the tool shed, his father's tool shed one day. And he was about 16, 17 years old now. He quit a couple jobs already because he still didn't have his passion. But he was fooling around and he failed. I'm going to say he failed 1,093 times. He failed 1,093 times. How many of you have ever tried something more than twice and continue going with it? He failed 1,093 times and he kept going. But on his 1,094th time, the light switch came on. That's Thomas Edison, my friends. That's Thomas Edison, my friends. If it wasn't for Thomas Edison and his failures, I would be doing this video with a candle right now. Think about that. With a candle. Entrepreneurs change the world. Free enterprise and capitalism allows you to be who you want to be. And nobody dictates your success but you. Through hard work, sweat equity, and sacrifices, you can become whoever you want to be. No matter what your past is like, no matter what your current presence is like, it's all about the decisions you make right now for your future, for the betterment of yourself and for your family, my friends. I love it. I love it. I love it, my friends. Through every failure comes a seed of equal success. See, I still didn't know after I learned those skills, I still didn't know what direction I wanted to go in. So like I said, I dabbled in a few areas and of network marketing. I was still active duty military at this time. I'm sitting here trying to figure something out, trying to get something solidified for when I do get out of the Army, or when I was scheduled to get out of the Army. I knew I didn't want to go work a 9-to-5 job, because I've been a leader for so long. I didn't want to go start at the bottom again. So I was dabbling in a couple areas, and then I found one that I was passionate about, something I believed in, something that I saw the vision of it, and that was cryptocurrency, my friends. See, I believe in the future of the blockchain, and I see the vision for the technology. However, right now in this current period of this current time period of cryptocurrency, it still has a long way to go before it's adopted by the masses. See, one thing that brought my attention to cryptocurrency is financial education. I know that they don't teach economic theory in school. So it's to no fault of anybody's if they don't know how to manage their money or control their money. They teach us how to make money, but not how to control it. So financial education is what brought me into cryptocurrency. But see, it kind of went in a different direction, because as an entrepreneur, I had the entrepreneur mindset and that leadership that's needed. However, I still needed to get more training. I still needed to develop more skill sets, more mindset, more personal development, self-development. So I began following my mentor, Matt Sapaula. Shout outs to you, Matt. #1 ring earner, in the #1 earner in the company, first person to earn $1 million in the company. It's just awesome to have you as a mentor. And of course, I was following our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, on his YouTube channel, which is the #1 YouTube channel for entrepreneurs, which is Valuetainment. If you haven't followed that, go over there and type in Valuetainment and click subscribe, my friends. Your life will be changed forever. Your business will be changed forever. Your bank account will no longer be low. It will be overflowing. Okay. So as I was following them, I immediately saw their vision in the financial services industry. I fell in love. I literally fell in love just by the way that they presented it, my friends. Not because of the amount of money that I can make, because it's a lot of money in the financial services industry, but I fell in love with how I can impact families across the nations, my friend. Like I said, my purpose in life is to impact families. I didn't know to what manner I was supposed to impact families. But I saw their vision on how I can impact families across the nation, not only locally, but across the nation, my friends. And for over a year, I followed Patrick on Valuetainment. I knew he was the CEO and he owned a company called PHP, People Helping People. But I never took the time to go and Google it and find out exactly what it was, because I was too focused on dabbling on these shiny objects. I didn't have any direction in life. I was successful at doing, or whatever you want to call successful. I thought I was successful. I was helping people earn money. A couple six-figure earners. I was like, okay, I'm successful at this. However, it was a rat race and there was no direction, and I clearly lost the drive, because I believed in it, but I wasn't 100% sold out. But as soon as I saw the vision of Matt Sapaula and Patrick Bet-David, that's all. As soon as I saw that vision, I was hooked, because I knew with their guidance and with their leadership, I could impact families across the nation, my friends. See, he owns a company called PHP, People Helping People. I finally took the time to go and Google it. I got diverted back to YouTube, to PHP Agency YouTube channel. And the first video was 4 ways to create wealth. 4 ways to create wealth. That video right there changed my life. 4 ways to create wealth. That video changed my life. Patrick Bet-David, if you're watching this, I thank you for creating that video. What you have done for me and my family and for families across America, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. See, Patrick, in that video, he outlined that as an entrepreneur, that we need to be focused on 3 things in order to create wealth in life. The first thing we had to focus on was the industry. See, that's where I was lost. I didn't know what industry I was supposed to be in. So he identified it. He put it in his outline. You have to find the industry. And he clearly explained what industry and why we should choose this industry. The second was, he said, you have to find not only the industry, but you have to find the company with systems and processes in place. It's all about duplication and replication and being able to teach others how to do the same thing. And then the third thing was the culture, the leadership, the vision. You see, I've always envisioned in my life me creating a company where, if you remember the old TV show Cheers, where everybody knows your name. All right, I'm not going to sing it because it's not going to sound anything like it. But Cheers was a bar. All right, and it's a place where everybody came. They didn't go there to drink. They went there to hang out, to have a good time, for the networking, for the camaraderie, the esprit de corps that they had in there. They went there. It was their second home. And I always had a vision of creating a company where people would just want to be there. It would be their second home, where they could be there and feel like family. My friends, as I started researching PHP, all three of those things I found within one company, and I immediately fell in love with it. I called Matt Sapaula up. I said, Matt, I want to join this company. I didn't ask him any questions. He said, when can you come to Chicago? I said, we'll be there next week. I bought plane tickets for my wife and I. We flew to Chicago. As soon as I walked in the door, the energy just hit me. I didn't even have to talk to anybody. The energy, as soon as I walked through, the energy, it hit me, and I embraced it. My friends, we just had our annual convention here in Las Vegas. Well, I'm back home now, but in Las Vegas this week. And see, going there, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't have any expectations other than to network and meet other agents in the company. However, my life will never be the same after this event. And the reason why is I heard some stories of numerous people in our company learning about how they got started, where they came from, their past struggles, the things they used to do in life. But they persevered through it all. They looked in that mirror and said, I will persist until I succeed. I will persist until I succeed. I will not quit. They kept telling themselves that no matter what life threw their way. And I see them standing on stage, giving their personal testimony. Now, this isn't just the top earners in the company. See, a lot of companies out there, they'll just put their top earners that were already 6-7-figure earners before they even came into the company. This is people who started with nothing. We're talking teachers, school bus drivers. We're talking waiters at Red Lobster. Think about that, guys. We're talking 20, 21-year-old kids driving Bentleys. My friends, they all started from nothing. And I saw immediately, that I know in life that there's one thing greater than fear, and that's hope. And through their personal testimonies, they're out here spreading the word, spreading the gospel, my friends, that you can be anybody you want to be. And that's where capitalism comes into play. That's where free enterprise comes into play. My friends, as I saw them stand on stage and they gave their testimony, I'm sitting there as a sponge. I just went to soak it all up. I just wanted to see if this was the company for me. I already knew it was the company for me, but I wanted clarification. I wanted validation. And I tell you, my friends, sitting there, I'm sitting there consumed. It was hard to sit still. My wife was sitting to the left of me, and I saw her, the smiles coming from her face. You could tell that her heart was pumping, that she was being inspired, because there's one thing greater than motivation, and that's inspiration, my friends. And when someone is inspired, there's nothing that will stop them. See, as I say, my life will never be the same. I saw people leave 6-figure jobs. I seen doctors leaving their careers to come and get started with PHP. Engineers leaving their careers to come get started with PHP. Dentists leaving their careers to come get started with PHP. Realtors and mortgage investors leaving their careers to come get started with PHP. My friends, If that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what is. You can get caught up in all the hype from other companies, but you're chasing the shiny object. My friend, excuse me. I hope you can feel the passion. I'm talking straight from my heart, my friends. I want to see you win. You were born to win. You were born to succeed in life. If you're frustrated with how your life has been thus far, I don't care how much money you've been earning, the quality of people in your life, if you're frustrated with it, I encourage you to take 30 minutes of your time and contact me. Shoot me a message, personal message. Comment below. I'll reach out to you. See, I truly know what Zig Ziglar meant by when he said to me in 2008 when I met him at the United Center in Chicago at a motivational conference. I asked him, I said, "Hey Zig, what does it take to be successful?" He put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "Jesse," he said, "if you want to be successful in life, all you have to do is help enough other people become successful." I was young at that time. I was about 24 years old. I didn't really understand what he meant, but I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. I love it." So it took 10 years for me to truly understand what that meant. And it took me seeing 6,000 people get fired up. Get fired up, my friends. I truly know what he meant now by helping other people become successful. Man, that was powerful. And see, here at PHP, we're not just another agency. We're not just another opportunity. We are pioneers and we are disrupting an entire industry, my friends. PHP is family. People from all walks of life, every profession that you could possibly think of, every race, every culture, every educational background. Excuse me, every educational background, my friends. And we are moving as one, spreading financial education across America and soon to other countries. See, we're making life insurance sexy again. Let me say that again. We're making life insurance sexy again. See, no one's ever grown up and said, "I want to be a life insurance salesman." But my friends, people from all walks of life, every background, every educational stature, they're coming to PHP. We're revolutionizing an industry. We're disrupting the industry. So as many of you already know, my purpose is to create a legacy for my family. See, I want to leave behind more than just memories. I want to leave health, wealth, and my family. That's my legacy, my friends. But see, my purpose is to show others how to create their legacy for their family as well. My friends, let me tell you one thing that resonated with me. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. One thing that resonated with me is that I see people winning inside of PHP from all walks of life. And I see people losing outside of PHP from all walks of life. You know, Patrick Bet-David, he stood up last night when he was speaking to all the agents, 6,000 agents, by the way. He said, "If you're white, stand up." I stood up and I looked across the sea of agents, and there wasn't many white people. Out of 6,000 people, there were maybe 200 white people. I looked down at my wife. I said, "Honey, I'm a minority here." Patrick said, "Sit down." He said, "If you're Hispanic or African American, please stand up." That was the rest of the room. My friends, here at PHP, the minorities are the majorities. We are multicultural. Where you look at other agents or agencies, you're going to see an average of a 59-year-old white man getting ready to retire. You look at PHP, you're going to see America, multicultural, where the average agent is a 33-year-old Hispanic female. 54% of our company is female. My friends, PHP is where you need to be. And if you're not here yet, my friends, you're going to hear about us again. But this time it's probably not going to be from me. It's going to be from one of your close friends. It's going to be from one of your family members. And you're going to think to yourself, man, I should have took that opportunity when it came by me. See, Richard Brunson once made a statement. He said, if a potential life-changing opportunity comes your way, he said, say yes to it and then learn about it later. My friends, are you ready? See, I haven't done this yet, but I'm letting people know right now. Here at PHP, we are family. And we're spreading financial education across America. We have several teams inside of PHP that friendly competition, right? But we're still family. See, competition breeds success. When you push others, you hold them accountable and push them towards greatness. And what I've seen at our conference was by far unlike anything I've ever seen before. I thought the military, we used to have, you know, between each company, we'd have our annual kind of commanders cups for our battalions and brigades. And we would do competition with our chants and our cadences and who was better than who. We're competing for trophies and who could have their name at the battalion on the trophies. But what I seen last night, the esprit de corps and just the culture of our company is second to none. And I would not choose any other company over PHP. We have investors, Oscar De La Hoya, Gabrielle Brenner. We have the #1 comedian in the world coming out to our organization, Kevin Hart. My friends, we have one of the #1 financial advisors in America, Joe Jordan. My friends, come on now. Like I said, whether you're ready or not, take 30 minutes of your time. Your future is worth 30 minutes of your time, right? It's free. It's free. But what I want to tell you, my friends, is I care about you. I believe in you. Now I need you to believe in yourself. And Steve Harvey says sometimes you have to jump. And as one of my other mentors, Richard Welch, says, sometimes you have to jump over and over and over again, numerous times, not just once. Every successful person has left their comfort zone. They've stepped outside. They have intentionally made themselves uncomfortable. Think in your mind right now, who do you know that has ever had success by staying within their comfort zone? No one. I promise you, no one. My friends, if you're ready for a potential life-changing opportunity, go ahead and comment below. If you found any value in this video, please click like, please click share. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, my friends. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. Go out there and crush your dreams each and every day.